I'm bored. Let's talk about Melonie Mac. There was a time when I actually enjoyed making fun of her because she's just so stupid that it's laughable. It's like clown behavior. You know what I mean? Like clown world stuff. And I kind of, I'd watch the videos and I'd eat McDonald's or something and just sort of make fun of all of it because it was like one of those sort of guilty pleasure things that you do, like, watching The Real Housewives or something like that. But then I see comments like this and I realize that she actually is stupid. Like, I've said that she's grifting off of stuff, but I don't even think she's smart enough to grift. Right now, she talked about on Twitter that she's currently in a timeout from Twitch and Instagram. And this is this is like her behavior. It's like a child, right? It's like she refuses to grow up. And I don't mean like partaking in things she loved when she was younger, because that's quite okay. We all do it. We're wearing t-shirts about superheroes and things like that. But behavior, like the actual behavior itself, is like regressive. It's like a kid, when you tell a kid like, hey, you're not supposed to eat sweets before dinner, and they do it anyway because they're just too stubborn to listen to you. So everything she does feels like she's acting out, like she's raging against being told that she shouldn't be doing something. And she does it using the Bible as an excuse. Like every bit of bad behavior she does, she justifies with the Bible, which is some crazy shit. It's crazy to me in the most cartoon way possible. So I also think that people in her space have decided that they say things aren't real when they simply don't agree with them. So instead of accepting that something is actually happening, they just pretend that it doesn't exist, which is, again, it's like the mentality of that is really strange. So she says, sexual identity isn't real. There's husband and wife as God made it, and anything else is perversion. In response to Josh here, who that's a whole nother bag of nuts to deal with. So you're saying sexual identity isn't real, but then you say that anything else other than husband and wife is perversion, which if we're following that thought of yours, if that is a thought, then that means sexual identity would fall into perversion, which means it is real because it actually does exist. But you're saying it's not real, but then you also say that anything else other than this is perversion, which is saying that other things than that do exist, so they are real. Are you following what I'm doing here? Are you guys on track with me? She's justifying the existence of something by using husband and wife as like the opposite of that. So then she can say, well, anything other than that is this, but then this isn't real. I know it's tough because it is brain rot. And then you have a response here. I thought this was funny. Then why did he make some people gay? And she responds with, God didn't make anyone gay. Nobody is gay as an identity. They simply act on sinful desire from Satan. So again, saying that something doesn't exist while also saying that it does. And calling it sin or perversion. So simply, it's just the stupidity. And then if you read through the comments, and I'm not going to scroll because there's a lot of stuff on Twitter that you can't, but if you read through some of these, there's a lot of people that agree with this brain rot. Like, it's one thing to say bigoted things or homophobic things or transphobic things and just own that that's what you're doing. It's one thing to do that. It's another to make statements like this that just shows that you are detached from reality. Like, you're not even existing on the same plane as everybody else. There's a lot of things that I don't like that people do. There's a lot of things that people represent that I don't like. But that doesn't mean that they don't exist. I don't deny reality in front of me. This is a denial of reality. This is childish behavior. I saw somebody in here saying that she was basically like a Hot Topic kid from 2007 that didn't grow up. And I have to agree with that. Not only in what she says, but again, her behavior, the things that she does. But I feel like, in all honesty, no jokes, this is me not joking, not sarcasm, not trolling, none of that. I think Melonie Mac actually needs professional guidance. And it doesn't need to come from her church, because clearly they're dropping the ball. Someone at her church is dropping the ball. I don't know who it is, but someone is. Because I can guarantee you, anybody at her church that does hold the same values as her doesn't behave like this on the internet. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Maybe they do. Maybe it is a church for, childish bigots. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't think it is. It also makes me wonder, like, is everybody in her family on board with this? Are they all cool with this? Do they follow her on social media and see what she's doing? And they're like, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This kind of stuff is fine. Or are they actually saying stuff to her? Like, maybe don't be this kind of person. Maybe spread love as a Christian. Maybe you could do that instead of like this stuff. I have a friend. There's a guy here on YouTube, and I say friend loosely because it's more like acquaintances, not really friends. It's more like acquaintances. But there was a guy here on YouTube. I don't even know if his channel still exists, named Christian Hillbilly. Christian Hillbilly was his channel. And he was one of these like very militant Christians. Like he was very like hardcore Westboro Baptist stuff. And back a long time ago, he and I got into it on YouTube. We were doing back and forth videos with each other, like arguing back and forth. And then over time, we started talking and having conversations. And behind the scenes, this is the crazy thing. Behind the scenes, he was very nice to me. Very nice to me. He was condemning gay people, condemning, anything gay. Anything. It doesn't matter what it was. He was just going hard on it every single day on his YouTube. And we started talking, like DMing each other. And he was very nice to me privately. Talking to me about all kinds of stuff, inviting me to come hang out with him. And then he would get on YouTube and preach against gay people. So if you ask me why I'm always skeptical about the behavior when it comes to Christians like this, if you want to know why I'm so skeptical about it, that is why I still to this day could message that guy and have a conversation with him and he would talk to me. And still to this day, he's online preaching negative stuff about gay people. So all of this is so performative to me. It's all just performative stuff. 100%. I don't think she actually believes half the stuff she's saying. I think she's just really stupid. She's really misguided. And she's been indoctrinated by whatever church she's going to. Or someone at that church has indoctrinated her. 100%. I'm not saying that's a fact. 100% I believe it. Okay? I believe it is happening. I feel like it's happening. I think my deductive reasoning has determined that that is what's happening. I could be totally wrong, but I stand by the fact that all clues are telling me that that's what's happening based on my own personal experience. Anyway, she needs to grow up. This is stupid.